Logic.
I got a date with destiny. My heart says yeah, but can't convince the rest of me.
What up, channel? It's your boy Contrude here, bringing you guys a Call of Duty commentary on, as you can see, Black Ops 2. This is a classic 4v4 MLG variant. I believe it was some kind of pickup tourney. I'm not really too sure. I don't really remember, but I know that it was a good gameplay. So you guys should probably enjoy that a little bit more than Ghosts or me getting like 60 kills in a public match or something like that. I figured that this is a bit more entertaining. So let's start off. Today our topic is getting into game battles and some of my personal tips that I can give you guys into becoming a good game battles player when you're first starting out, and you know, some advice I can give you that I wish I would have had when I was first starting out on game battles. So to start off, once you've made your account and stuff and you're looking for teammates, the best way to look for teammates is definitely on the forums, and there's a few places you can look, but a good place to start is the forums, the GB forums. On the forums you can find other players that are free agents in the free agent section on the forums, and you can look for people that are in the same situation as you, looking for teams. And if you have no luck there, as it is sometimes kind of hard to find a team when nobody wants to pick you up because you have absolutely no experience, and that's completely understandable. I mean, would you want to pick someone up that has absolutely no idea what they're doing? Probably not. But a good way to get to know what you are doing is to play some 8s, and the best way to find an 8s lobby is probably Twitter. You can go on Twitter, you can just type in, you know, 8s, you know, whatever console you're on or whatever, and you'll find 8s lobbies all over. And get in an 8s lobby, start playing with those people, determine, you know, whether or not you want to play with them, whether or not they're going to help you get better, if they're better than you, worse than you, whatever. And you might grow to like them, you might grow to not like them. If you grow to like them, you know, you get good with them, you know, you become friends, you can play some matches together and improve together, and that's great. And another place to find some people to play with are public matches, a league play, or Clan vs Clan. And league play, you can find tons of people that are just looking for a competitive team just like you are, in Clan vs Clan or whatever. Some people play with their in real life friends, and that's completely fine. I know a lot of people that, you know, actually got into game battles from their in real life friends. So if you're going to be playing with an in real life friend, that is completely fine, and I completely recommend doing that because it can be really fun to play with someone you know. Now, if you're looking for these teammates and you don't know who to play with, and the best way to know who to play with is someone that has the same mindset as you. What I mean by that is someone who is determined to be the best. And when you say I want to be the best, they say I want to be the best. You want to be the best. Dude, that's the best mindset to have, is to just be the best and like keep improving. You gotta always be getting better. And you do not want to team with any scumbags. Any scumbags, what I mean by a scumbag is someone who rages, I guess, kind of. Someone who is, something doesn't go their way, they're gonna be pretty upset, and they might blame it on you, or they're just gonna get discouraged, and they're gonna get, you know, bring the whole team's morale down, your confidence, your enthusiasm. You don't want to play with someone who's a rager, someone who's, you know, isn't really focused on the game. They're focused on, you know, their personal stats. You don't want to play with someone who's a scumbag. You want to play with someone who's a team player, someone who's going to try to get this win and bring the confidence of the team up all together and get you enthusiastic to play the game. That's the best kind of person to have as a teammate, for sure. And you probably want to play with people that have an equal or a higher skill level than you do. You don't really want to play with people that have a worse skill level than you. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's honestly the truth. You don't want to play with people that do not know what they're doing. And this is because your subconscious is automatically going to pick up on, you know, if you're spectating someone or if you're playing with them, your subconscious is going to pick up on their playstyle, and you know, you're going to pick up on what they do, and you'll probably start to mimic some of their things. If you're playing with a really good player and you start to mimic some of the stuff they do, that's probably a good thing. You can probably improve off that. If you start to mimic someone who has absolutely no idea what they're doing, you're going to, you know, go backwards, and that's not really what you want to do. And now that you're going to start playing game battles matches, make sure you know the rules, and you can find the rules in the match information once you schedule the match. And make sure you know the rules. You have to know the rules. If you go into a game and you get forfeited because you don't know the rules, that it just absolutely sucks. Make sure you host with the right rules, make sure you understand the rules, and make sure you know them. And make sure you also should be responsible for your teammates and make sure they're not using anything they shouldn't be. Anyway, once you get started, you're probably going to lose. Most people lose their game battles matches. I know I did. When I first started out on Black Ops 1, I believe our team record was like 3-27 or something like that. Absolutely terrible. And, you know, I turned 3-27 in a matter of a year, into, 30-0, and that's just like with grinding and getting better and just not getting discouraged after a loss. So take losses. It's okay to lose. Everybody started somewhere. Everybody started with losing, and just don't get discouraged and don't start to rage or get upset. And the truth is that losing is learning. Let me repeat that again. Losing is learning. You need to learn from your mistakes. When you lose a match, make sure that your teammates and you sit down and discuss what went wrong, what you could have done differently to make it a better play and put it into your next game so that you do not make the same mistakes twice. You need to learn from your mistakes. Just sit down, talk with your teammates, make sure it doesn't happen again. Like, if, for example, the pro players, like Optic, Envious, Evil Geniuses, whatever, those pro players, they started off losing. Do you think they just got on their Call of Duty 4 and plugged in their Xbox and got on the game website and just ultimately started dominating the ladders? No, they started off just like you are. They started off having no idea what they're doing. And that's completely fine, because they turned having no idea what they're doing to being the absolute best players in the game, and hopefully you could be able to do that too. Now, when you do start winning game battles matches, you want to make sure you get some proof. And I wish someone would have told me about this a little earlier, is that people like to dispute. People like to say that they won when they really didn't, and try to get the win and hope that you didn't have proof that you won. So the best thing to do is maybe have like a smartphone, a camera phone of some kind, take a video or picture proof, and make sure you get the scoreboard and names and stuff like that. Also, if you want to go a little bit more fancy and spend some money, you could get an Elgato game capture or Aver Media, something like that. You plug into your console and it'll record your screen on your laptop or whatever. And another thing that's pretty important is when you do win, make sure you don't get overconfident. Don't feed your own ego. That's just awful. If you're getting overconfident, you're going to go into a game overconfident. You're going to play overconfident. And to be honest, you're just not going to play as well. You're going to play without thinking first. And if you're playing without thinking, then you're not really playing at all. You're just going to get picked off, and you're going to look stupid when you go in there thinking you're the best, and then you do absolutely terrible because you're playing like an idiot because you're just too overconfident to see your own mistakes. Now, always keep grinding. You have to keep improving. You got to keep your grind up. If there's, maybe your teammates aren't on, you can't play GB, find an 8's lobby to play in. Go play some League players, some Clan vs Clan. You'll get your grind on. The only way you're going to get better is if you practice, and practice does make better. The more you practice, the better you're going to get, and that's just the way that it works. There's no substitution for hard work. For anything you do and anything in life, if you're just absolutely putting in your hardest work to be the best, you're going to be the best. That's just the way it works. So if you keep practicing, even when it's not, ideal for you to be practicing, just keep at it. Keep doing, the best that you can do to be the absolute best, and just do not give up. I know it's going to be a little discouraging when you start losing and stuff, and it's going to be discouraging, and you're going to want to quit, and you're going to be faced with the opportunity to either try and get better or just put the controller down and just not even decide to do this at all. And when you're faced with that decision, try to not give up. Try to become a better player instead of just quitting and just giving up and just not wanting to continue doing what you're doing. Just keep at it. You have to keep grinding, find good teammates, take losses. It's okay to lose. Everybody starts somewhere. Losing is learning. Practice makes better. Just use these tips the best you can in getting into game battles. Thank you guys for watching. This is Contrude. I'm out. Peace.